So I go in there to assess the situation. It's not good, Nick. It didn't look good. So I did what any normal adult in this position would do.
You went on your podcast and you talked about.
Well, yeah, but also before that, hey,
Hey.
how was your day today?
It was fine. Pretty normal. Day.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I had a really busy weekend, so I was kind of MIA, right?
Me.
And usually if there's like important stuff we got to get done, which there wasn't really anything pressing that we needed to get done, but there were like little things. But usually if there's something pressing and I'm MIA, you'll message me and be like, but that didn't happen. So things were good. So I thought to myself last night, like right before I went to bed, I was like, didn't really talk to Nick this weekend. Should I reach out to him and see how he's doing? And I didn't.
Yeah, no,
I did this morning. I didn't last night. Was it better? Was it better to do it when I knew that you were awake?
I guess. I don't know that it made a difference all that much, but no, I had a weekend where I did nothing, which was the first time that's happened in literal months. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What did you guys do in your nothingness?
Went for a walk. I edited. We like finished. You know when Mrs. Incredible calls Mr. Incredible while he's at work, and it's super like bad timing because he's got work to do, and this is an important phone call. She's like, "We're officially moved in."
Yeah.
And he's like, "And the past 3 years have been what?"
Yeah.
We unpacked like the last box. Kind of.
Nice. It has not been 3 years for you though.
No, it's been more like a month-ish. But
has it really been that long?
About, yeah. But we moved in and then immediately went on vacation. So like,
yeah, that's fair.
Really been here, but yeah.
Did you go to work today?
I did go to work. It's Monday, so yes, I went to work today.
Well, I know, but sometimes you stay home and work.
No, I went in. We only get a certain amount of those days a year, and I've used a couple, so I'm gonna start saving them.
That's fair. Oh, I hear Bucky. He's approaching.
Buckle.
Oh, we need a guest appearance. You want to come say hi to Nick?
Ellis?
Yep, it is Ellis. Ellison Buckle, almost the name of this channel.
Oh, dude, it would have been great. Hi. Hello. There's a dinosaur on you. I would be more scared, but that's fair.
Do you have anything you want to say on this program?
Remember, it's PG-13.
I feel like we're pretty R-rated. We throw out a lot of F-bombs. We don't talk about anything.
TBMA.
Yeah. What do you think? Anything you want to say to the people? Like Pay Center, Javi, or Matt, or Nazario? Because I think they're the ones that watch this.
They are our regular viewers. If we ever hit it big, we'll remember the four of you.
What do you think? Do you want to say hi?
That would be an odd thing to say.
Hug.
Can I have a hug?
And then we're gonna go snuggle your animals.
Oh. Oh. Oh, so nice. Mwah.
Well, this is just adorable.
Bye. Bye-bye. Love you.
To our audio listeners, that probably didn't make a lot of sense to you.
So anyway, yes. How was your work day?
It was fine, Tim. I feel like you're asking me trivial questions to avoid talking about something you want to talk about.
So no, I'm setting it up. So today, my work day
was
a shit show.
Fun.
And it started out so good because like I slept in. Maggie took Ellie to daycare, so I got to sleep in. Woke up at like 9. Oh, beautiful. Got to work around 11. Got some stuff done. And then all of a sudden, I was notified that a guest had clogged a toilet. Yeah. So in this particular bathroom, it's a small bathroom.
Okay.
There are 2 urinals.
Yep.
And 1 toilet.
And they clogged.
The toilet.
Makes sense. I would hope.
I've seen a clogged urinal where actually it's
unfortunate.
Yes. So I go in there to assess the situation. It's not good, Nick. It didn't look good. So I did what any normal adult in this position would do.
You went on your podcast and you talked about.
Well, yeah, but also before that, found a plunger. Shout out to Leah, good people. She helped me with this whole thing. She didn't do any of the plunging, but she was there for moral support, and she brought me all the chemicals I needed.
Support.
So we poured down some drain maintenance or whatever because the plunging was just not doing it, Nick. All of a sudden,
yeah,
we hear a noise. It didn't sound like a good noise, Nick.
Could you imitate it? Oh, like Jason's coming.
Oh yeah, a little bit. And we don't know what this noise is, but I decide, I think this is beyond my ability.
Okay.
I think it's time to call a plumber.
Sure.
At that moment, we turned around to find that the floor drain in the middle of the bathroom had poop water rising out of it. So all the plunging I was doing was creating some sort of backup pressure system, and all of a sudden the bathroom was flooded with shit.
Yeah. Okay. And then
I called the this dude, he had to be younger than 21. It probably had to be like 19, 20 years old. Like
Smart.
got done with a trade school, was a
kid.
plumber guy, is making good money easily. Super nice kid. He comes in, Leah tells him what's going on, and he's like, all right. Goes in there with the door closed, which I thought was the most impressive part of the whole thing because the lobby stunk. It was bad. And I've dealt with my fair share of like issues working at a movie theater, but like this was nasty. It smelled rank. He's in there with the door closed, using like all of this like heavy machinery that we see him like bringing in, and we're just hearing like and like all these noises. He comes out like an hour later, tells us that he had to take the toilet off of the ground to get like, I think he said like 10 feet deep and like snake this thing. And that basically like whoever clogged it, which by the way, an industrial toilet, I don't know how much toilet paper you'd need, but like dude just like clogged the whole thing with toilet paper. And then he had to like unclog it, pull everything out of the floor drain, and then reattach the toilet. And acted like it was no big deal. Was totally chill about it. And then he left. I tell you all this, Nick, for 2 reasons. One, I enjoy sharing my misery. And I enjoyed how I set this up by saying I had a shit show.
Yeah, I caught that.
Secondly, it makes me realize that the next time I'm thinking about complaining about my job, I'm not gonna. Because at least I'm not on the floor at some business cleaning up shit.
Great. Well, I'm ready to vom, but welcome to round 4.
Oh shit, yeah.
Apologies for that.
It needed to be talked about.
Yeah. So Tim.
Yes.
Perhaps we'll cut this part out, but perhaps not.
Okay.
We announced a special mystery match.
Ooh, we did, Nick.
Fandom. It's August 25th.
That we're recording this comes
That
out.
We're recording this. Yeah, I didn't know that we're recording it.
This comes out on Labor Day. Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day, everyone. For those who celebrate, I guess.
For those who labor.
Yes. Hooray. Good job. Way to labor. For a while, when I was younger, but not too young, when I didn't know what labor meant, I thought Labor Day was for like mothers actively giving birth. But
that makes sense. I get it.
But this mystery match comes out less than a month.
Yeah.
September 17th. And Tim and I don't know what it's going to be yet.
Yeah, we have nothing.
But Tim says he has some ideas. You want to?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Back?
Yeah, we could pull a curtain back. I'm interested because honestly, then if other people have ideas, you can comment below.
Or maybe we'll just, this is the announcement of what it is, and you'll see how we decided what it was.
Oh man,
because quite frankly, Tim, I don't know that we can wait for this episode to come out and for people to comment.
That's fair. So I had a couple ideas. None of them are good.
Great.
But a couple of them I think could be funny.
Okay.
But they would require me to do some editing, which I would be willing to do. The first idea I had, which I thought could be fun.
Yeah.
Is, and I need you for this specifically because I don't remember and I'm too lazy to look it up. So, Nick, who are the people that have played perfect games in Fandom? You got Jack Pinchuk.
Jack Pinchuk,
yourself,
me, Scully, and Brittany has played 3.
Okay. So, Brittany's probably hers are probably too recent. But what I was thinking was it's not even really a match, but a video of somebody playing a perfect game. So let's use Jack as the example. We get him doing his perfect game.
Okay.
But we ask him all of the same questions and see if he still plays it perfectly.
Okay.
Just because I think it would be humorous. Or what does he fuck up on that he previously knew years ago?
Okay, so this is how our process works, is Tim will say a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to lie, Tim, I don't like that one.
Okay, great. That's awesome.
Well, it has sparked an idea of like, can we do something along the lines of like having someone play an old match that they already played?
Yeah.
Not necessarily a perfect game, but
that was kind of my thing, was like, could we put like, and I mean, a good example, just because you and I are sitting here, is like, could you and I, without looking at what the questions were, play our 3-round match from the tournament, and would it go exactly the same way, or would it be, or would you forget things? Would I remember things? There's categories in there that aren't in Fandom anymore, like, like
that would be interesting. You want to pull up and play along right now?
I mean, we could. We'd have to look at Coho.
I'm willing to, if you
are.
Upstanding guy, that one. I would do it. Pull it up. That could be a fun little thing.
Yeah, let's pull it up. Let me
Actually, wait. Maybe this will look too much like we are just self-grandializing.
That's why I was like, I don't know that I want to do necessarily us, but
Okay, that's a great idea. See, good job. Well done. We're not doing it.
thank you.
Sorry for those who got excited momentarily.
But I think it would be, yeah, that was kind of along the ideas, and I thought of the perfect game thing mainly because it would just be interesting to see what people hit or what people miss, or maybe we got to pause for a second. I'm being yelled to come. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second. What were we talking about? I had to get a beer now. Ellie just threw Ellie just threw a tantrum. Woo-hoo-hoo, that was bad.
Anyway. So sweet a moment ago.
I know.
The mystery match. We were toying with the idea.
Yeah.
We also toyed with the idea in the past of doing like a regular general movie trivia.
Yes, we did. Which I'm still game for. I'm still down to do that.
I'm also game for, but I wouldn't want it to just be a one-off. And I don't mind telling people this. Wouldn't want it to just be a one-off. I'd want to start a league of some kind. I don't know that we have the capacity to do that right now, so I wouldn't want to just do this one-off. I also wouldn't mind branching out into other categories of trivia, which is not movie-related necessarily.
Yeah, that's true.
My
whole thing was it was on the fandom schedule, so it was like, do we keep it fandom related? And I was trying to think of ways where we don't have to use new questions, because that's always kind of a sticking point for you, which is a fair sticking point. Like it's
we could do Harry Potter, because spoiler alert, that's probably not going to look the same.
Like an exhibition.
Yeah, but only non-movie stuff.
Interesting. I would not be able to write that.
You saw The Cursed Child.
You once.
Insane. So there's that.
Yeah.
It's to Fandom TV.
Yeah, that's an idea that I still enjoy, but we kind of ran into the issue of the categories.
Yeah, logistically it's a nightmare.
What if
unless we just oh, go ahead. What if what?
I was gonna say, what if we just do like an Iron Man format, no categories, just we say anything that has a TV counterpart is eligible, but we're not splitting it into categories because nice. Ahoy!
Ahoy!
No way!
No girls allowed. But we just do like 50 questions.
Yeah, we're just gonna go on with this happening, but that's not a bad idea. For those watching, the hiccup we ran into is a bunch of Star Trek shows, but now that we have Galaxy Quest, it's like, okay, so now is it all the Star Trek and the Star Wars and this new Alien Earth or whatever bullshit? I hear it's bad.
It's very good. I don't know who.
Yeah, but I don't trust a word you say. No offense, my friend, but I hear it's bad. And then there's other categories like James Bond
that has nothing. Yeah,
like what do you do with that? So, but the other, I guess, pitch would be we don't base it on the movie fandom categories. We make it TV fandom,
which has been a thing before over at Multiplex. Like they,
yeah, but shit is not run well most of the time.
No, but I'm saying that they did have a specific TV fandom league for like a year or two. That Jim
wasn't it based off of fandom, or am I imagining?
No, you're imagining that. It was like Doctor Who and
because that's sort of what I would pitch is like
I'd have to go back and look at what the actual categories were.
Like, but I can imagine, even though ruined television for me. I can imagine like a Game of Thrones / House of the Dragon category.
Game of Thrones was definitely in there.
Probably throw like maybe like a sitcom category where you get like
I think The Simpsons might have been its own category.
sure, but you get like I don't know, Friends, How I Met Your Mother, all those shows that keep getting compared to each other. That kind of thing.
And then the question is, who are you getting
Living
to
single
So that's the whole thing. Is like, are we writing
in Fields?
Are we writing a whole match for two people, and then the questions never get used? Or
I mean, I'd be fine with that, but like again, it's kind of the thing where like, yeah, that would be a more fun exhibition, but I also like kind of wouldn't want to do it unless we were looking to delve into that a little more. But I would TV, I would be more willing to be like, oh, this is a special one-off.
I like all those ideas.
What would some other TV categories be?
Well, let's
You
Lost.
could look up like the most popular TV shows of all time and just pick the top 20, and those are your like 20 categories.
I know Lost was one,
but I also didn't like I do remember a couple of those episodes because I used to watch Jacoby's.
Yeah.
The questions would be like in episode 2, like you need to know the episode names, and like I've seen, I don't know what's a good. I've seen How I Met Your Mother like a couple times through. Couldn't tell you the name of a single episode.
The only one that comes to mind is The Best Burger in New York.
Is that even the name of it?
I don't know, Regis. Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah.
So like they'd be like in episode The Best Burger in New York, like what blah, 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 and I'd be like, what?
That's the hard part about writing for TV. We would run into the same issue if it was fandom related. Like if it was just straight fandom, we'd be like in Star Trek The Next Generation season 4 episode like.
So what if we did this? What if we did like 3 matches? All releasing on like back to back to back. No like pre-match or post-match because it's not leading to anything. And we pick like 3 general, like I would think sports would be one. Music maybe another. And then I don't know, like
video games.
What?
Video games.
I guess. Yeah, so I guess we're just keeping it like entertainment based.
Yeah, this isn't Trivial Pursuit.
I was gonna say like history or something like that. And just do like those 3 and like see if anyone's interested in playing. Heck, maybe this could be the sign-up post. How does that? What do you?
I like it mostly because, well, but again, do we have time to wait for this?
I mean, we could find the time. Truthfully, like I think when people say we don't have time, which I've actually been doing quite a lot recently, I think it's just an excuse. I think you can find the time if you want to do something. But we'd have to sit there like for sports, like the categories would be like football, tennis, basketball, like you know what I mean?
What's the format?
Same for I would think I think the format we have is pretty good.
So round 1, round 2 betting round?
Yet to be topped. Yeah. Round 1, round 2 betting round.
Yeah.
And then like music, you would just divide it by genre.
Yeah.
And then what would you say? Video games genre again, I guess.
Yeah, I like video games.
Would you do it by genre or would you?
For video games, yeah, I'd probably do it by genre, and then on the wheel, you could pick a specific franchise if you want, or you can just throw genre. I would say the same for music. If you want to put an artist that has more than like 3.
Well, I guess the question would be is if we're doing this fandom style or general style, because
yeah, I guess
general style, I wouldn't want the categories to be like action games, fantasy games, and then be like, but I want to put Call of Duty on the wheel.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would want the like Call of Duty to be one of the categories. So what if we did these fandom style? I see this working for music and video games, where we like look up the top 20 artists of all time, whatever, and those are your 20 categories. And then the top 20 like best selling video game franchises.
I think we could curate a little bit, and I don't know about music actually, because I think if we want people to play, because I see I was envisioning 4 people per match.
Oh,
it could be teams or it could be 4 people, just to get the most out of it.
Okay.
But
probably
I feel like
teams, then.
What?
Would probably do teams then.
But I feel like with music, there's so many artists.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to put it down to just the most popular artists.
Well, that's the difference. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference between fandom and like a general thing.
So I think music and sports general. We could do video games general too. Why the fuck not? Let's do it that way. Yeah. And we don't even have to do 20 categories. We could do 10.
Sure, but like, if we can come up with 20, I would aim for 20.
Yeah,
there's a reason we keep it at 20 is because it works very well mathematically with 10 questions in round 1, 5 in round 2, and 5 in round 3.
That's fair.
Starts to get wonky if you deviate from that, but
that's fair. And I say we throw in a debate question too. Make them debate in the middle. I was joking.
Well, I was gonna say now we're doing a lot.
No, I was just kidding, but
we could. You could do that as a special like debate exhibition kind of thing.
I've had a lot of people this year send me messages asking if they can request specific types of questions and or specific meaning can they request a pitch question, or can they request what is the best or what is the worst versus whatever I just threw out there. And I've said no. But
sense.
But yeah, no, I think we're on to something here.
I think so.
Maybe we've already announced it.
Probably. Will require some work, thought, and the gears are turning. Is what it looks like when the gears turn. In case
it is. I can attest to that. I've seen them turn.
There's an interesting smell when that occurs, but Tim's not privy
to the gears turning smell.
Yeah, it's like a smoky,
almost like a sausage, like a smoked sausage.
No. Like a gear turning too quickly.
Oh
no,
hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Survivor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Episode 4 just aired.
It did. You've seen it?
I have not. Yeah, but I watched episode 3, and that was very good. What's how are you feeling about everything? How you feeling so far?
Feeling good. I like the way it's coming out. Part of the reason I keep saying I have no time is because it's actually not done yet. Haven't finished editing it. I think I said that last episode, but it's still true. The first season, I finished editing it with 2 months to spare before it even aired.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting for 2 months being like, I can't wait for this to come out. This time, while I still do very much like the way it's coming out, I still am putting quite a bit of work into it. It's not done yet. So now I'm on a clock, which I don't love to put myself on, but here we are.
It's fair.
But I do like the way it's coming out. So some crazy shit is happening.
Yeah. I messaged you after finishing episode 3, and I was like, this shit's crazy, dude. Like, excuse me. Spoiler alert, it's 2 weeks old now, but I guess a week old now. But at the end of episode 3 was when T was voted off.
Yes.
And that might be my favorite moment so far. That whole episode, I thought, was very entertaining because that was the merge. And listening to the way everyone was interacting with each other, and there are some shady characters in there. Like, it was good shit. Good shit.
Oh yeah. I will say this, much like last season, where rifts were created in what we call real life, aka like not in an internet show. There was some rifts were created from last episode, which makes me feel bad from time to time that perhaps I am ruining friendships with my little games. But then I remember people are grown adults and not taking sides, but on the one side, if you can't accept that you are playing a game and your friend is trying to beat you at the game, maybe that's on you. And on the other side, even though you're playing a game, you don't have to be a dick about it.
Yeah.
So like if you're winning in Monopoly, but like bragging to everyone or like doing shady moves and stuff, like your friend's gonna be a little annoyed at you, and I think it's well deserved.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I hope everyone can come together and kumbaya it out.
They're gonna have to. We have a live show.
That does not mean they have to.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't know what to expect at that live show, quite frankly, because to this day, I don't know that the rifts have been fully healed.
Wow.
So, but yeah, so it'll be interesting. But yes,
clearly what Nick is talking about is the rift between Zadius and Joe Harrison. Clearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big rift.
Big rift. Is Zadius the nicest person that's ever lived?
Yes, but
side tangent, but is he the night?
Yes, he is, but he sold out his tribe immediately.
Yeah.
I guess not immediately. So here's the deal. I couldn't figure it out. I just looked through the footage, and I will ask John this at the reunion. But maybe it just happened in some footage that I missed. I don't think Zadius actually pitched T. But John goes to Mark and Brittany and Joe and Megan and says, Zadius says we should target T. And Mark goes, oh, wow, why? What? That's crazy. Here's what I think happened. Mark, who came in probably the most excited to play the game. I will say, like, this spoils nothing, but I will say this episode, clearly, this being episode 3, not a great episode for Mark. Did not come out looking good. Not even just looking good, but like looking good in his standing in the game.
Yeah.
Mark made a pact with Joe and John, very public at the end of the premiere.
Yeah.
In a post-credit scene. Those three on the Data Tribe did all of the talking. Struggled to find footage of Brittany, Megan, and Malcolm contributing to the conversation. Which I'm not saying that's good or bad or anyone's fault or anything. Like, some people are just talkers and some people aren't. But Mark went and made this alliance with them, but also came into the game with a secret that he is very close to T, who is Paul's girlfriend, Paul from season 1. And Mark is one of Paul's best friends. Like, I just went to Mark's wedding and Paul officiated. Mark, who should have kept that info to himself, told John and Joe that he knew T.
Yeah.
bad move. Because John, I think, immediately used that to say, well, let's get rid of Mark's other friends so that Mark has to be friends with us.
Ooh.
So I don't know if Zadius did or didn't come to John and say, like, you should get out T, but I could fully see John making that up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I could too. He plays a harsh game.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you, like, listen, John is an unfiltered human being. Rubs some people the wrong way, but I respect it. And because that was the other half of this, like, drama. Yeah, like, Mark stuck his hand in too many cookie jars.
Wanted to make a girls' alliance.
Wanted to make it, which I believe was to benefit T. I believe he was trying to say, like, hey, let's do this so that I can save T. So,
see, as a viewer, I saw it as Mark trying to put his hand in too many cookie jars to have a backup plan.
Correct. I think anytime he was in a room alone with someone, he tried to make an alliance.
Yeah.
Just not smart.
Yeah.
Loved it. Not a smart move.
Oh, yeah.
Like he did it with, like, he has a pact with Megan that we saw because they're the non-trivia people on the Data Tribe. He had a pre-pact with T, and then he tried to do this thing with Amanda, which was just, it might go down as the worst move in the game of this season. People who win can make bad moves, like maybe Mark goes on to win, but it was a bad move coming in. And granted, I don't give them a lot of time. We try to keep the entire night within an hour, so you don't have a lot of time to, like, mingle and chat. So a lot of times you do have to just jump straight to the, like, here's what we should do.
Yeah.
But Mark barely said, hello, my name is Mark, before he was like, hey, let's do a all women plus Mark alliance. And I'm like, what about Amanda that you've observed so far would make you think she would go for that?
Yeah.
Like, what? And then follows that up with backstabbing her at the first chance he gets.
Oh, I forgot about that during the card game. Yeah.
Because he went in trying to be like, oh, like, we're all going to play this immunity challenge super hard to try and win. And it turns out nobody did.
Yeah.
And this is no fault to him, but he came out kind of looking like a dick. Because he was the only one that, like, tried to bluff someone. It just so happened to be the person that he just tried to pitch an alliance with.
Yeah.
So all this being said, Amanda goes to John and Joe. I think John and Joe go, well, we're not going to, this is fishy. Don't like that Mark's doing this. So instead of attacking Mark, let's attack Mark's backup plan. And I think that's when they said, let's get T out. And T was mad.
She was pissed.
Which I liked.
The line that got me was like, I barely said 2 fucking words to most of you tonight, but whatever.
Which is true, but also that's kind of the reason, like, and again, I don't get, like, I'm not critiquing them for not, because, like, the first thing they'll come back and say is you gave us 10 minutes to talk to each other. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But I would argue the best players utilize that time to their advantage. But the other dramatic part to tie this all together was John in Tribal. Just like a lot of times in Tribal, you'll try and, like, hide what you're really thinking. You'll try and sugarcoat things so it sounds nice, so that people are comfortable before you actually vote them out. John basically said, hey, Riker, you 3 suck, and we're getting rid of all of you right now.
Yeah, that is exactly what he said.
So, so T goes, you find out in episode 4, which we'll get to, but I want to do a spoiler warning before we get to that one, because since it aired yesterday. You find out in episode 4 who voted where, but some votes got thrown towards John, I think, for that attitude and comment.
Yeah, the vote spread at the end of 3 was wild, because it was like T, Mark, and John were all getting.
So Mark got 2. John got 2, T got 5.
Yeah.
There were 3 members of the Riker tribe and 2 members of the Data tribe cumulatively got 4 votes. Picking up what I'm putting down?
I am. I'm
At
sniffing.
least one person on Data immediately betrayed them all the first chance they got. Their plan the whole time has been, let's stick together. We'll knock off the other tribe one by one, and then we can duke it out. But the first chance, because this is the first time those 6
they've been to tribal, yeah.
They've had to vote, and someone immediately deviated. So,
now I'm trying to think. And you said we find out at the beginning of 4 who it was?
Not at the beginning, but you find out in episode 4 who it was. Would you like to speculate?
Yeah, because I haven't watched it yet. I'm trying to. I guess it would. My guess is Mark, but also like
A lot of people think that.
Or it's someone who's been quiet. Like maybe it's Malcolm who doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding.
It was Malcolm?
It was Malcolm. So, Malcolm adopts this strategy, as he explains in round 4 of, I'm just going to vote for whoever I think should go. So because Mark was kind of a jerk at the immunity challenge, Malcolm votes for Mark.
Wow.
Zadius votes for Mark. Amanda and T vote for John because of John's sort of tirade.
Yeah, but if they had voted for Mark like Amanda,
wouldn't have mattered. It still would have been 5-4.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So Mark voted for T. So I will just say that has been the cause of quite a rift. Not only did Mark not protect T, but he voted for her. And yes, if the four who didn't vote for T could have gotten their act together and voted for the same person, aka John,
yeah,
and swung Mark, saying, "Hey, you shouldn't vote for T," then it would have been 5-4. But like the problem was, no one communicated. I will say, some people next episode who may seem like they're not doing much were actually cooking more than I thought, at the very least. Which I guess around episode 4. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, I'm still gonna watch it no matter what.
Yeah. This premiered yesterday. The beginning of the episode, you're sort of it's sort of a who done it, like, you know, T's gone.
Did they all pick up on that voting discrepancy?
Who?
Did they all pick up on the fact that no?
Everybody's like, why are there 4 votes? It happens in the moment. You can see Mark's face like drop when John gets a second vote, and there's now 4 votes for them. But no, everybody picked up on it. And so the beginning of episode 4 is kind of a whodunit of like, who did this vote? And then it just goes to everybody. So first of all, it's hilarious because there was a big blow up between Amanda and Mark. At Tribal, Amanda called Mark out for like trying to do a girls thing, trying to betray his people, and then immediately turning on her in the immunity challenge, whatever. So she just kind of blows up Mark's spot. So there is tension now between Amanda and Mark, and everyone joins the room, and then they're all like, "Oh, let's go break off and talk to each other." And you just hear people being like, "Oh, I'll go to room 1, I'll go to room 2," and one by one, everyone leaves, and it just leaves Amanda and Mark. But yeah, spoilers, they do squash their beef pretty quick. So that's good. But you kind of go to all of these different breakout rooms, and everyone's like, who was that extra vote? Who was that extra vote? Who was it? Until you finally get to Malcolm and Zadius. When Zadius is like, who was that extra vote? Like, I voted for Mark, but like maybe Megan voted for Mark because Mark tried to do the all girls thing and Megan was there. So maybe Megan just wanted to vote for Mark. And Malcolm's like, yeah, that's a possibility. But yeah, so you voted for Mark. I voted for Mark. And Zadius is like, oh, what?
That's awesome.
Dude, Malcolm is a welcome surprise to the
Yeah.
show. I mean, no offense to you, good sir, if you see this. But I did not think Malcolm would make a lot of splashes as a player. I thought he would just kind of float. Just in this episode, he's splashed.
Yeah.
And the follow-up to it. But what really surprises me is then Malcolm kind of goes into what his plan was that he didn't get to really enact. And it wasn't a bad plan. He was literally like, yeah, no, I was trying to get you, T and Amanda, but I couldn't get to them in time. And then all we would have needed to do is swing either Brittany, John, or Joe, I think he says. Brittany or Joe, I think he says. Which Brittany probably would have been the smarter choice because Joe was locked in with like Mark and John at that point.
Yeah.
But Malcolm like had a plan that he just kind of didn't go through with, but still voted as though he had gone through.
That's funny.
I love people like Malcolm in the game because when you have too many people like Joe and like Mark, or even like Spencer, who went out early, who know Survivor really well, and think
His
to
moment going out is awesome too.
Spencer's fantastic. Who think to themselves like, okay, this is how the game works. This logically makes sense. So this must be what this person's doing. But the best part about Survivor is it's not black and white. It's not just this is the best move for this person, so this is what they're doing. You have to go, okay, this is the best move for this person, but is this person thinking about what the best move for them is?
Yeah.
Or are they like 2 steps behind? Just are they voting with emotion, or are they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like having Malcolm in there because when a random vote comes up, everyone's kind of like, this isn't what was supposed to happen. So it's great. The rest of episode 4, they go to the immunity challenge. It's my personal favorite challenge that we do on Virtual Survivor. It's called Lost and Found, where you got to run and find something. I liked this version of it better than in season 1 because we did it as an individual challenge. Whereas in season 1, we were like blanket, and Tim was like blanket, and then that was all Tim had to do. This one, it was everyone runs and finds the thing, and the last one back is out, and then we keep going. Amanda, who has been prepping for that specific challenge, won. And it was great. It was a great challenge. So Amanda wins, and at the end,
at the beach.
What?
Weren't you at the beach?
No, I was in Colorado.
Oh, that's right, baby.
Yes, baby. So Amanda wins. At the end of the challenge, I announce we will be going to tribal with a twist.
I like
a couple
twists.
People mention it in the post like challenge. A couple people are like, "Oh, I wonder what the twist is." Oh, well, we'll figure it out when we get there. Unfortunate, and I do say unfortunately because I would have liked. I never want to influence things. You know what I mean? I never want to be like, I want this person to win, so I'm going to make it better for them to win. Like, it'd be more interesting if he won, so I'm going to influence things so that they can win.
The Harloff rule.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and possibly sorry, shots, but here we are. But so at the beginning of the season, I planned out all these twists and turns that would happen. And I said, like, okay, cool. It'd be cool if we merge at 9, vote one person off, and then at 8, we'll do a twist where because we have a lot of people, and in the first season, 2 people dropped. So that helped me cut it down pretty quickly. But without people dropping, I had to figure out ways to cut it down. So I was like, at this episode, assuming everyone's still here, we'll do a double immunity challenge surprise where they go through tribal, and then we do an immediate immunity challenge and an immediate tribal where people can't talk to each other.
Oh.
This would show who is thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Because yes, you need to go in to this vote for what you want to do, but you also need to be thinking what's going to happen next time and what's going to happen time.
When did you tell them that they were doing another immunity challenge? After the vote and they voted off the person?
They voted off the person being Zadius. Because Amanda won, so Zadius was the other option. But they almost it's interesting. So they almost rallied a force, and it scared John enough to where John played his immunity idol.
Oh,
And this tribal was wacky, like wackadoodle. So John gets a vote. It doesn't count because he played his idol. By the way, before John played his idol, Mark was pretending that he had an idol. So Mark goes into the tribal and says, guys, I found the idol. You can vote for me if you want, but I'm playing it tonight. There we go. He was bluffing because John had it. But it worked because both Malcolm and Zadius switched their votes. And I'm actually going to announce this now, but I don't know if people in the show ever actually figured it out. John gets a vote. It doesn't count. Malcolm gets a vote from Mark because Mark found out that Malcolm voted for him. Mark gets a vote from Amanda.
Even though they squashed their beef.
Yup. Megan gets a vote from Zadius because Mark, they were all supposed to vote for Mark, but when Mark came in and said, I have an idol, Malcolm got scared and Zadius got scared. So they both switched their votes to other people.
Oh my God.
So John, Malcolm, Mark, and Megan all have votes, and then Zadius gets the other 3, I think. 4. Zadius goes 4, the other 4. So Zadius goes, 5 people get votes. John erases one of them with his idol, but at the end of the day, it was a waste of an idol. But he says in the next episode, like, yeah, I got spooked into playing it. So then Zadius says his goodbye speech, and then I bring them all in, and I go, welcome to your tribal with a twist. And we start an immediate immunity challenge. It's a memory game, one that we played last season. Mark wins. And I believe if Mark hadn't won, he could have been in danger right there.
Oh, yeah.
But
Because of the lie he told.
Correct. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And not only that, but he just lied about an immunity idol.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, and all the other lies. Yes. So I very well could have seen Mark going right there. But instead, because they didn't, this is what I mean when I say, like, I wish it didn't happen this way, but I also didn't want to change it just because something had happened. I think if people had gotten a chance to vote or to talk to each other, maybe they would have gone for someone else. But because they didn't, most of the data people were just kind of like, okay, I don't know if other people are going to vote for someone else, so let's just stick with the plan and vote out Amanda. They vote out Amanda. The entire Riker tribe is voted out before any of the data people. But Mark votes for Malcolm again. Malcolm votes for John again, I think, because Mark has an idol. So John gets 2 votes, and he's like, what the hell? So it's crazy shit. Their plan came to fruition. The old data tribe, they voted out everyone on Riker, but boy, was it messy to get.
Oh my God. I love it.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
now they all got to turn on each other.
Yeah, and it's interesting because you have, like you alluded to, you have the strong voices and the quiet voices. It seems like Malcolm could possibly be turning into a medium voice. We'll see. At least with his moves, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. But I don't even mean strong voices in the sense that, like, the quiet voices aren't doing anything. I mean, like, when they're in a room talking to each other, it is.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It is only 3 people talking.
Oh my God. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
As one Ben Grimm once said.
Indeed. So yeah, episode 4. Little twist double elimination. Episode 5 is very good. Episode 6 is very good, and the finale I'm very excited for, but I need to finish editing it.
Woo! Good shit, man.
Yeah, it's dope.
I'm excited.
And I guess we could use this right now. Casting for season 3 is officially open. So if you're interested, some people have already dropped their name in previous things. So I may be reaching out to you if you've done that. But
we're gonna make a post about that.
Might make a post. Thinking about it.
Great.
See.
Awesome.
But more importantly, and I know this is hard to ask of people to like volunteer others for things, but if you know someone who's not necessarily connected, like I'd love to get it where I could do a season of 12 people who don't know each other. That'd be dope. Right now, probably not gonna happen, but if you wanted to throw like, hey, my sister would love this, like she absolutely do. Let me know.
Ellie's in.
Dope. How's the feedback?
Through that tantrum, so I don't know that I want to reward.
That would make for great TV.
Well, it hurts my soul. You got any poop stories?
God, no. Stop it. Jeez. Any movies you're going to review? You want to throw a movie review on this one? I heard a little itty-bitty movie came out that people are really liking.
Which one's that?
Isn't Weapons supposed to be really good?
Weapons is good. I saw it a couple weeks ago. It was good. So funny thing, the day after this comes out, I'm having oral surgery, getting the old wisdom teeth out.
Nice.
So I'll be laid up for a few days. I got to look at the calendar because I think we have some matches scheduled that I got to ixnay on the match.
You were playing in one.
Yeah. Tomorrow. Yeah.
Did you say the day after we're shooting this or the day after this comes out?
The day after this comes out.
Got it. I thought you said shooting this, and I was like,
I'll be there tomorrow, buddy.
That's good.
So yeah, I don't know. There's probably something I could.
Maybe a video game review?
I have been thinking about that. There's a couple coming up in the fall that I do really want to talk about. So that I do plan on that. I think that is going to be a thing. We never did our Fantastic Four review because both of us were kind of meh on the movie. More, but it's fine.
Peacemaker season 2.
Did you watch episode 1?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Oh well, I'm pretty sure the universe is dead on arrival anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah, I had some issues with it. I thought it was fine. But I also
just makes no sense.
I also didn't really like Peacemaker season 1 until about halfway in.
I just thought it was fine when it was all said and done.
That's right.
And it's just such an odd choice to be like, look, our new universe, Superman. Actually, well, Creature Commandos, and then Superman. And then Peacemaker season 2.
But actually the Suicide Squad and
Peacemaker season 2, which is carrying off Peacemaker season 1, which has the old Superman at the end of it, but we'll change that.
Yeah, they retconned it. Yeah.
It's just very clear to me they don't know what they're doing.
I don't disagree.
Fine. I've said from the beginning, I think James Gunn was a bad person to hire to helm an entire universe.
I agree. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I'm gonna find something to review.
Okay, great. Check out Tim's review of this thing right now.
What the hell happened?
Hello, everybody. We're back with another movie review. This time we're talking about Caught Stealing. This is the new film from Darren Aronofsky, a director who I enjoy, but I wouldn't say that I love his films. We'll talk about it. We'll get through his history, but basically, this is a new film from him, the big director, and it stars Austin Butler, Zoe Kravitz, Regina King, Matt Smith, a ton of other people. There's a ton of people in this movie that pop up, big parts, little parts, throughout the whole thing. And basically, it kind of paints itself from the trailers as like a crime comedy. I felt it was very much a dark comedy, but when it gets dark, it gets really dark. We'll talk about that as well. But basically, Darren Aronofsky, to start off with him, he directed the film. He's directed a ton of stuff. I've seen every one of his movies, from Pi to Requiem from a Dream, The Fountain, Noah, that piece of shit, everything. And I watched all of his films maybe 2 years ago, whenever The Whale came out. When did that come out? I feel like it's been forever. 3 years ago, maybe. And I watched all of his films, rewatched the ones I had seen, and watched the ones I had never seen. So pretty mixed on the director overall. Loved Black Swan, The Wrestler, but pretty much everything else, The Whale, fine. Requiem for a Dream is fine. Mother is not good. The Fountain was fine. Noah's terrible. So like I don't know. I really liked Black Swan, and then I really liked The Wrestler, and everything else was kind of like meh. That being said, I really like this movie. Like a lot. I don't know that it's. I would have to rewatch it and rewatch The Wrestler, especially because I'd only seen that once, to decide if I like it more or not. But I really like this movie. So the movie pretty much stands completely on Austin Butler's shoulders. Like, he is in pretty much every scene, and I thought he was fantastic. I thought he was really good. The whole point of this movie is that he's got a neighbor, Matt Smith, who heads out of town for a few days, and basically Austin Butler's character, who I want to say his name was like Hank, not even close to Theo. Hank, he gets caught up in a bunch of stuff that his neighbor was into, and it's like that. You kind of get the gist. It's based off of a book. The author of the book wrote the screenplay for this, and I thought the adventure, if you want to call it that, the point A of like learning who this character is, to getting him into his trouble for the movie, and then the resolution of the whole story, I thought was really satisfying from beginning to end. It's only like an hour and 45 minutes long, so it's not a super long movie to watch, but I thought it was absolutely enthralling from beginning to end. Lots of moments that did make me laugh. So I think that dark comedy definitely comes into play, but it's also, like I said, very dark when it gets there. And I'm not going to say any of that because of spoilers, but like there are things that happen in the movie that I was like, oh, we're taking a twist. This is going. And I think there is a bit of a tone dramatic shift that happens that doesn't totally like come together cohesively. Like, it is very like, oh, I got caught up in the wrong thing and shit's happening, and it gets bad, but it's never like, oh, this is horrible. And then all of a sudden, like, it gets, oh shit, like this is bad. Like, this guy's in deep. And you feel that, and the pressure keeps rising throughout the film. And I thought that it succeeded in that regard, but I think the tonal shift from like not lighthearted by any means, but like more early Guy Ritchie, I would say, to this, to what it ends up being, which is just more intense, like not the intense Guy Ritchie part. So I think that just tonal shift didn't totally work, but I thought the performances across the board were phenomenal. Like I said, Austin Butler's great. Regina King, really good. Zoe Kravitz, really good. Griffin Dunn shows up in this, which I loved seeing him. I can't remember the last time I saw him. I'm sure it was semi-recently. He's working. But Liev Schreiber and Vincent D'Onofrio play a couple of Jewish men who are into some bad stuff, and they were very, very good in the movie. Pretty unrecognizable, especially Schreiber. I thought he was phenomenal, but yeah, the movie looks really good too. It's Aronofsky's most straightforward thing that we've seen in a really long time. Probably since The Wrestler. Mother is all over the place. I guess The Whale technically is pretty straightforward until the end. But all of his movies have like this symbolism-esque, like weird energy to them. And this was a lot more straightforward. And I think it worked. And again, I'm just going to keep saying it over and over again, but I thought Austin Butler was phenomenal. Like I really like, let me click on his name for a second. So obviously I think he was great in Dune. I know he's in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood at the end, but I don't remember him as much as the dog attacking him. But yeah, he was good in Elvis. He was really good in Bike Riders, but I think between this and Dune, like I think I'm a big fan now. Like I thought he was great in this. He pulled off the comedy, the emotion, the physical part, because there is some physicality to the stuff that he has to do in the movie, and I thought it was all just like really well done, really excellent. The script is great. Like I feel like I'm gushing about this thing, and I feel like I am because I thought it was worth it. I think this is a really, really good movie, one of my favorites of the year. I don't want to get into too much of the spoilers because I do want you guys to see it. It's fairly new, and it's just having its opening weekend at the box office right now, so we don't know how it's doing. We probably know how it did over the weekend at the time that you're seeing it. It's a holiday, but I think those support this one. I think it's really good, and I think all the actors, the director, and the screenplay in particular, fantastic stuff. And it takes place in the 90s, and good 90s music. You can never have too much good 90s music. Bad 90s music, you can have too much of, but good, yeah. So that was my very quick thoughts on Caught Stealing. I really hope you guys go check it out. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this in the episode of Round 4, thanks for watching. We're going to send it back to Nick and Tim. But if you're watching this as a solo video, we're not going to send it back to Nick and Tim. We'll see you later for more stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye. I was blown away.
What a review!
I loved it.
I've never seen
the review. The Thing.
That was great. Yeah. What? Yeah, well, The Thing. Yeah. No, you just saw how you felt about it.
Last thing I want to talk about real quick. It's time to say goodbye. It's falling apart.
Oh.
I bought a new one.
So, Tim, we won titles with that.
Yes, we did. But it will go on in Ellie's name because she likes coloring on it. And the match that you said that I'm playing in tomorrow, which I'm not going to say who because I can't. I would love to lose with that board for the first time. So it's just very exciting.
Fair.
Kristen, a new board with a beautiful loss. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Plan.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back in a couple weeks with a new episode. In the meantime, Survivor Season 2 still happening. Fandom, we didn't talk about it, but it's happening.
Another thing I'll ask you all to share, if you wouldn't mind.
Smash that like button. No, oh, sorry.
Quite frankly, yes, do that.
Okay, great.
Spread the word. I work really hard on the thing, and I like for people to look at it.
Oh, Survivor?
Yeah, with their eyes.
Oh yeah, smash the like button. Hit subscribe. Yeah, no, Zadius, you're an ace. You've been sharing it. I think other people have too. I just am blind. Also, my feed has been very messed up. You messaged me on like a Wednesday morning, and I didn't get it till like a Friday night. It was very bizarre.
Oh, that's what we get for using the Premiere and social media applications.
It's fair. So anyway, we'll be back. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.